I'm Markus Anders. I'm a professional hike and fly athlete. For me, there's no better feeling running up the mountains, launching off the mountains and gliding through the sky. I've been always into sports. If I started a new sport, I was like fully committed into the sport. It was athletics in the beginning, cycling. I knew that paragliding exists, but it did not draw my attraction. I did not know that you can do such amazing things with the paraglider. I'm like super committed to paragliding for like 8 years now. It like completely changed my life. It more or less started with the first flight. I was like quite up on the mountain, and the flight teacher said, okay, now it's my turn. I just have to take off. And I took off and glided down the valley, and I looked down. It was like 500 meters over ground over the valley, and I was like, wow, that's just amazing. It was such a nice feeling to glide over my parents' house and landing on the sporting field. And I even tried to call them in the air and said, look at this guy, I'm up there flying. When you're flying up in the sky, you're like affected by the environment, because you're not like in a usual airplane or sailplane or whatever. You're not sitting inside the bubble, so you really feel the sound of the wind, acceleration, deceleration, turbulence, the sink, and it's like you have to deal with what the environment is giving to you. I can go anywhere flying. I made my first 100-kilometer flight, then 200. During this process, I met one good friend. He's called Nico. Our first really big project was the crossing of the southern island in New Zealand. So we planned a little bit where we want to go, like tracks and flights. So we said, okay, we have to take the tent, take like food and water. We start and try to make the 600-kilometer crossing through the Southern Alps. And it was just so amazing to fly in these huge valleys and the nice mountains, and probably just a few paragliders flew there. And then I did my first hike and fly race. It was 2017. If you are on a competition, you have to use the weather you get. You have to deal with the environment, because you can't choose good flying weather, bad flying weather. And it was a whole new experience for me, because the forecast did not look that good. And I was thinking, oh, okay, we have to walk. But then I flew over 100 kilometers and I was like never expecting this. And it was such a nice feeling. After the border race, I did my first full year of different hike and fly competitions. People were already like asking me if I want to take part of the Red Bull X-Alps one time. And I said, oh, Red Bull X-Alps is way out of my reach. 2019, I had my first Red Bull X-Alps. I think it was definitely the hardest race I ever did because I was not that experienced in long races. We did quite well for 1 week, but then we got to some low and it was really tough to continue, and I fall asleep while flying, I fall asleep while eating, sitting on the floor, and I was just dead. And in the end, I had to stop the race 1 day before the official race end. Since then, I really started to train more efficient, to prepare better, and to work on my weak points to reach the goal in the future. The X-Alps 2021 itself, they started great. I could reach the second turn point in Wagrain second. I finished on day one as first, and I was like, whoa, crazy. I never imagined that I can compete against the big guys.
And the first athlete is Germany 2. Because you seem pretty much on fire at the moment, in the air and on the ground.
Yeah. On the way to Mont Blanc, we did some small mistakes, and then somehow we have been not lucky. We were just a little bit too late to make the crossing. In the end, yeah, I did probably a little bit wrong judgment of the conditions. Unfortunately, I got another ligament rupture. My ankle was swollen, and with the elbow it was like, okay, I can't fly anymore. So, yeah, helicopter time. You always have to calculate risk and benefit. I wanted to save 1 hour, but the race just ended because of shitty top landing. I just asked myself, why I throw this away. But yeah, it's an experience. It was not the best one. Definitely there's something to learn out from this. It took me just 4 or 5 days, and I was like, I have to continue training again. So I was kind of in a rush because I had my goal, but I did not succeed, and I was like, okay, I have to prepare. I want to go for a third time. I want to be ready, and I want to be fitter, better in flying, work on my top landing skills. I really want to make it and reach the goal, finish the task. I started to cycle a lot, train a lot. And there were smaller hike and fly competitions, like a Dolomitenmann. In winter I did a lot of ski touring. My physique was getting better. At one point I started to lose the moment of joy. Paragliding is more than just running up the mountain, gliding down. It's you can really enjoy the moments. It was reducing hours at my employee, Skywalk, to focus more on races and stuff, and the schedule was like fully filled with competitions and projects. I think somehow this led to some consequences on the 6th of March. I had like a really nice weekend. The day before I did like a super nice ski tour crossing of the Kaiser Mountains. And then it was another flying day, and then flying 5 different wings. A lot of rush, no break. And yeah, this led to the very bad accident. That's the place I crashed. I think somewhere here on this road. For the ski tour training, I took my smallest speed wing. I did not fly this wing for quite some time because it's like quite radical. I was on the top and there was no nice thermal wind, so wind from in front. It was more coming from behind. So I put out the glider, but it took me like 5 minutes to decide if I should take off or not. When putting the brakes, you generate lift, so at one point you start flying. And I was just flying a little bit, but then was like put down, flushed down by the wind to the slope again. I think somewhere over there when I could start to fly. I recognized that I totally lost the capability of judging how high I'm over the ground, because the contrast, it was just like disappearing. With that small wing, you fly around 70 km per hour, and with 10-15 km backwind, you are faster over ground, so it's like 80, 85. And at one point I was like making a slight curve, and then there's just no margin, really small margin if you're like on high velocity, close to the ground. And then there's like influence, environmental influence with bad light, bad wind, maybe no like proper rest, nothing to eat, nothing to drink. And I was kind of in a rush, so lots of things came together. I just regret that I did not listen to the feelings I had, because when I inflated the wing, I was like really questioning myself if I should take off or not, and it was a strong feeling. But I kind of pressured myself to fly with this wing, to train more with this wing, to be able to fly this wing, like in more tricky conditions. And I somehow forced this flight, and that was a huge mistake. Somehow I was like, I can't close my eyes now. It's like giving up, and there's help on the way. I just have to wait. The consequences, they could have been like super bad. Yeah, sitting here now means I got the second chance. When you crash with the high velocity, basically no protection, most likely you just smash your body. So you will end up in the wheelchair or even worse. If you're lucky, you will go on a long process to heal up again. We got some external help from a local hut owner, and he helped out. He got some like blankets to cover me. By time I was like freezing and shaking, and I really felt the pain all over in my leg. Thankfully, the mountain rescuers of Kössen, they came up to me with the snow groomer. They stabilized everything, put me on the Akia, and then we skied down on the freshly prepared like slopes. The last thing I remember, they just tried to remove the ski boot, and then I passed out again. On the next day, I woke up in the ICU, and I was like feeling super bad, super painful. I was full of strong medication. My leg was like super swollen, and I was like really fearing that I cannot walk again. I will get some huge problems with my legs. 2 days after, I could move my leg the first time. I was just like using it with the arms and putting it was just like that. This incident could change my whole life. Like, even if I don't compete anymore, I can't hike up the mountain, I can't paraglide anymore, I can't maybe do the mountain biking part, mountaineering part like before. That thought, being not able anymore to do all these sports, it was just like strong pain, and I was like, oh, why did this happen? When the doctor came for the last checking, he told me, due to the fracture, your right leg is longer than the left one now. They did not tell me how much longer. They just said, okay, but at one point they will make out some bolts and compress it, and then we can check. And he told me that there's a rotation mistake. It's like 8 or 9 degrees. You know, if you just wear bad shoes, your body will tell you if you have good ones or not, with the knee pain and stuff. And now one leg is longer than the other, and it's rotated to the inside. I was like, okay, it's probably still the end of my career. That was also like the point when I contacted Valeska, because we know each other from like paragliding. She knows me, and she knows what I want to do, where I have been, and I just want to hear the opinion, what will change.
Mein Name ist Valeska Fischer. Ich bin Fachärztin für Orthopädie und Unfallchirurgie und Notärztin. In Anbetracht des Unfalls hat Markus wenig Verletzungen erlitten. Es war eine isolierte Verletzung vom Oberschenkel auf der rechten Seite. Die Verletzung von dem Oberschenkelknochen war eine schwerwiegende Verletzung. Er hat sich den Oberschenkelknochen etwas unterhalb des Schenkelhalses gebrochen. In diesem Bereich setzen etliche Muskeln an, die dafür zuständig sind, den Oberschenkel zu drehen, das Hüftgelenk zu bewegen. Und in dieser Region ist der Knochen gebrochen in mehreren Stücken, war auch stark verschoben und hat auch geblutet. Markus hatte das Glück, dass er schnell gefunden und in ein Krankenhaus gebracht wurde. Ich würde sagen, sobald er versorgt wurde, war er nicht mehr in Gefahr. Wenn er nicht gefunden worden wäre, im Frühling in der Kälte liegend, die Kälte sorgt dafür, dass das Blut nicht richtig gerinnen kann, hätte er verbluten können. Das eine ist halt die Knochenbruchheilung und das andere ist im Grunde genommen das komplette Heilen auch der Muskulatur, des Bewegungsablaufes und so weiter. Gerade bei einem Athleten ist dann halt diese Geschichte, inwiefern kann er wieder einen normalen Bewegungsablauf zurückerhalten. Dass man wieder 100% erreicht und der Körper wieder so sein wird wie vor der Verletzung, das wird nie passieren. Der Knochen kann heilen, aber er wird nie wieder der Knochen sein, der er davor war. Der Knochen ist nahe am Hüftgelenk gebrochen. Das Hüftgelenk wird mit hoher Wahrscheinlichkeit deutlich früher wie bei anderen Menschen eine Arthrose entwickeln. Deswegen ist davon auszugehen, dass er irgendwann in seinem Leben, wahrscheinlich eher in früheren Jahren, eine Hüftgelenksprothese irgendwann brauchen wird. Der Beinlängenunterschied wird vermutlich dazu führen, dass er eine Dysbalance vom Becken hat. Das Becken steht nicht mehr 100%ig gerade. Und das könnte auch dazu führen, dass er chronische Rückenschmerzen entwickelt, weil die Wirbelsäule lastet auf dem Becken und wenn das Becken nicht mehr gerade steht, dann verzieht es die Wirbelsäule. Da wird er mit Sport dagegen arbeiten können, aber das könnte noch auf ihn zukommen. Also bezüglich der Teilnahme an den Red Bull X-Alps denke ich, dass Markus da einiges an Schwierigkeiten haben wird in Bezug auf den noch vorhandenen Drehfehler und das noch einliegende Metall.
I was really working hard to get rid of the crutches, because the longer you hike with them, the longer you stick with them, the more problems you get with your symmetry of your body. It took me 2 months to get rid of this and to train a proper symmetry again. For me, one really important milestone was how it will affect me when flying. Will I be scared? Will I lose the motivation to actually paraglide, because it's more scary than enjoyable? In mid of May, so I could barely walk straight, but I told my colleagues I have to try it, and so 3 colleagues helped me to get to the cable car and put all my gear together, and we went to the takeoff. We set it up, I could inflate the wing, I jumped, turned around, and then my colleagues were pushing me, and then I was flying. It was the best feeling ever, and it was super scary. I was nervous like hell in the beginning, but I started to feel comfortable super fast, tumbled up and went a little bit around, and then I saw the sky is just looking beautiful, and then I decided to keep on going and jumped out into the flatland, and in the end I did a super nice flight around Lake Chiemsee and landed back at Skywalk, and I was yeah, I really want to do this again. I set myself goals, and if I have a really nice goal, I can develop strong motivation. Some smaller competitions in the end of the year, just focus on flying, because flying was fine. In August, there was an interesting thing. The last hike and fly race of this season, my old X-Alps supporter, Dan, he asked me if I actually want to support him during the race, and I was like, yeah, that could be like super interesting, because since this day I was actually just the athlete all the time, and now we can have like a change in role. And there I met Antoine during the whole process. We know each other before, we visited and talked about this. We supported Dan together, and Antoine and me, we were like working quite good in a team. This made me believe that I can go for another X-Alps.
Enjoy Red Bull X-Alps 2023 on behalf of Kids with Gifted. Thank you very much and see you during the next days.
Yeah, the Red Bull X-Alps is the toughest adventure race, of course, and it's the biggest adventure race. Everything with hike and fly starts somehow with the X-Alps. What makes the X-Alps some special is the location. The European Alps is the center of the Red Bull X-Alps, and every route is in it, and the weather can change very fast, and you can fly for 100 kilometers and then you have completely other conditions around you, and you have always changing your mind and your speed and your tactic because of the weather. And yeah, the athletes have to look around and find solutions, how they can react very fast and find the right solutions. I need a safe race, I need a sporty race, and I need a fair race. Markus did it well before. He had last time an injury while they race, but that had a reason, and I think he know it better now, and he will do it quite good this time, and he has the chance to get in the top 10 or maybe on the podium.
Yeah, tomorrow is the first small race day. The Prologue starts. And I will just go for a quick hike and fly, doing some intervals to activate my body for the race. When you look at paragliding, it seems like a solo sport, because basically you take off alone, you fly alone, you land alone. But for hike and fly races, the team is crucial, because it supports you with the important, relevant weather updates, possibilities of danger, like upcoming rain, thunderstorms, strong wind, and they can give you like the information you might need to make the best out of the situation. Also, like driving the car, obviously, because at one point you have to stop and then you have to sleep somewhere. You come up with the team, you do the route with the team, and you finish as a team.
Up there.
Today we have the Prologue, so it's the first little race before the big main race. But anyway, it will be the first hike and fly race for me after my accident, and then Red Bull X-Alps, obviously.
I just arrived at the first turn point, Camp. which will also be the first turning point for the race on Sunday. Skywalk team is on the job. Let's go, Markus. Fast push.
The fuck, where's the flick?
Go, Markus!
Das ist Markus Anders, der jetzt hier zu uns hereinkommt. Auf seinen Skywalk aus dem Prologue.
It was fun to fly. A little bit technical with the lee sides and shadow, but in the end it was like just fine.
Ready, show the race. Put your hands together for Aaron Duragatti. Mr. King Maxim Pinot.
Finally, tomorrow the official race of Red Bull X-Alps will start. The first day looks like kind of tricky, but okay. It will be tough to reach the finish line with the forecasted weather. I think it can be done, but there's no room for big mistakes. Things are getting real. Yes, today will be intense, maybe stressful. I guess everyone at one point gets nervous. Yeah, now I'm fucking nervous.
Markus Anders, make some noise. Conditions. We want to get the ball to the rock. Oh, the fear. And this is it. Die Französin. Schnell sein, Simon Oberhauner legt hier auf, wird einer der Nächsten sein, Maxim Pinot.
I think the race started.
Relax and stay in control. You're doing super good.
Go for the straight route. The whole gang is chasing.
Yeah, Markus, good copy.
Markus is in the air now, so now live tracking.
Yeah. It went super good. like fucking we rocked it.
Yeah. Lots of pilots turn toward the Pinkler Valley, it seems to be. We can see which group you are.
The main gaggle, the Kriegel turned and lots of people follow him. But I'm in the middle, I can still decide terminaling.
I don't want him to be alone in that valley. You know what I mean? And see, if we go to Pastun, we go all the way around. Let's see you in Wagrain.
Great work, Markus. You do what you can do best, flying. Super nice.
There's Wagrain over there. Wagrain!
You can unclip this?
Sorry, check the pilot.
I need to carry this. I need to drink something. Traffic jam on the signboard. Woo!
Go, Markus!
Do the navigation. You need to drink more. First I'll probably go also there. Did you check?
So straight on the grid. You can make it from your place to Saalfelden with a 10 glide ratio. Look like we pulled the night pass. Now you should go, I think, northwest.
Alright, yeah, we had a super nice day for flying. It was forecasted not that good, with lots of shade and rain, and it turned out to be great. We pulled the night pass, and we keep pushing through the night. We're just hiking over there. There's our camper, and there's dinner prepared. It's perfect.
So we put the night pass, so we get in a good position to reach the turn point quite early today, and hopefully before terminal start we are on the takeoff after the turn point, so we can make a big flight with some strong backwind pushing us all the way to Lemos.
Okay, Markus, looking good so far. Half Red Bull, half water.
Yeah. Yeah, we are hiking up.
Weather's nice.
Okay, Markus, we can see that you are flying. Currently, the pilots behind you, they are flying at 2000.
What are you seeing now?
The Red Bull helicopter, Markus Anders, and I think they are fighting or something like this.
Is he gonna make it?
I don't know. Yes. Let's say yes.
Yes,
Because if we don't, we basically waste our night pass and some good rest for nothing.
I think we should go into turn point.
Markus, mal zu mir schauen, bitte.
Markus, super. So Markus, hier gut dran.
That's the gamble. I tried it and I expected Thomas to be to turn on later.
My main supporter is Antoine Post. He's a project manager in construction, so he really knows how to deal with a team below you and coordinate all things. He's a French guy from Paris, which is quite interesting.
So bold move again. The night pass was a bold move, and then we end up being fucked by almost all the rest of the pack. So yeah. Anyway, it's all about the adventure. That's a small takeoff, a delta takeoff actually, a delta ramp where we can take off with paraglider. If someone knows the area, it's Markus, because it's basically that takeoff is basically 1 hour hiking from his apartment. So trust the guy and try this time to build a good lead on the rest of the pack. We'll see.
Gross Rubacher started the crossing at 2000 and he made it across at 1300 and climbing. It's pretty calm at the landing, so good conditions. We wait for you there and then let's go.
That's where we take off.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great. I recovered quite a lot last night, so I think I'm over the night pass situation.
I need connection! I can't walk! Markus needs us! Just bullshit.
Just landed here. Unfortunately, it was just a bomb out. You glide down.
The thing is, I have something to propose. I don't know if it's really interesting.
So if I go this way, I go up.
Not back.
On the other hand, I searched for another runner who's also into route planning and checking weather and stuff. And this led to David Neuberg.
We are here at the last push of the day.
Legs are still fresh.
The first 2 days has been pretty hectic. I heard some people asking why it didn't work. Actually, it worked super well and it worked exactly as we planned. The rest of the pilots, they are just stronger than us. And Markus is coming right now after a big day, out of sync. The beginning of the day was okay, but after this, just out of sync. Bombing out, hiking up again, missing the good cycles. That's just a nice glide to end up the day, and we'll see for tomorrow.
You can just feel good if you see the super nice landscape going up there.
Okay guys, good morning.
On Fulka, there's fucking low cloud base. So I will try to top land on the track going up. Beautiful day.
Yes.
I was hoping that I find some weird convergence lift because there were clouds forming when I just glided there. In 1.7 kilometers, there's the track down. It's super weak and humid, but I have super nice glide, almost not losing any altitude. I keep in mind top landing or flying close to Fulka.
Yeah, good copy, Markus. I was about to tell you the same thing.
For me, it's really important to share my experience and my story to others, so I can inspire. And therefore, it's just mandatory to have someone who's talented in filming and capturing the right moments and putting everything together. There is Samuel Szabo, and I believe he's a really good man for this.
We are on the top of a huge ass mountain. Markus just took off, and we're gonna grab something to eat and then follow him, and hopefully we'll have a nice day.
I'm approaching fish soon. Rock and roll! Hey guys, what's the wind situation?
Hey Markus, not much change for now. Still 13 to 20k.
Guys, I tried to cross.
Yeah Markus, perfect. Good copy.
Got flushed in the lee. There's slight northwind. You can see the clouds get pushed down over there. It's big fucking lee side. We fight it, but we could not make it.
Oh, I feel the wind.
I broke both poles in the snow.
Markus spent 2 hours at 3000 meters on a fucking shit pass just along the no takeoff zone. And now we just took off again, just above Lochen Pass, and he's flying and looks like he's climbing, so hopefully we'll see him in Frutigen in, let's say, maybe 1 hour if he's good and fast. Let's see.
Antoine!
Gelandet in Frutigen Resort, die größere Wiese ausgewählt, und das war ein wirklich ausweichen, Russe, neu machen.
There is René Aglas, and he's like young in this sport, but really motivated, and a really good runner in the mountains.
Good morning. Hello, Markus.
Yesterday we arrived in Frutigen, but we're a little bit too late. Today we hike up Niesen and then we have a beautiful southeast spine. I hope we get a really good, nice flying day and we'll make it to France.
The plan for today is at least to reach Col du Petit Saint-Bernard in France, and conditions looks pretty good and we can see pilots thermaling already. So that's a 150k flight. We will be able to check the Mont Blanc turn points while flying. We don't give up and we'll try to catch up with the front. going up right now, and as soon as he will get a bit of altitude, it will be easy. Yeah, that will do.
Yeah, we started at Niesen in the morning.
Yeah.
And I never imagined that we will land like at the foot of the Vorspitze in the evening, like flying all around Mont Blanc, and then to here it was just incredible.
Now at 2,500.
Like the 770 verticals in 1 hour 5 minutes. Plan is to go. There in the back there's to Vorspitze. Hi.
Hey Markus, I don't know if you copy me. Donini did the crossing and it went really good. 2,900 for Donini to do the crossing.
I think this is what Markus needs for 2 days.
I'm not sure if I can make the crossing to Domodossola yet.
I don't advise you to cross where they are crossing, the athletes in front of you. I think they will be pretty fucked with the airspace afterward.
This year, it's for me super important to have a physiotherapist. I want someone who checks the way I hike and walk and tries to prevent the problems by actually developing. For this, I found Mario Bimmingstorfer.
I think there's no point in wasting energy now for nothing. Like going into the south side yesterday, it was like super close to bombard. We have strong northerly wind again, north föhn. To be honest, that's hardcore shit. We have to fight against it. We have to go deep into the south faces to fly through the Dolomites.
Yeah, breeze is coming.
Wenn wir uns jetzt den Schirm reißen, bringt auch nichts.
Jetzt?
Are we gonna finish tomorrow?
It looks too easy to finish tomorrow, yes. I'm quite sure it will be the last day. It looks like a great flying day. The interesting part will be we are lots of pilots in this area now, and everyone wants to cross the main chain and reach Zell am See. Anyway, it was like crazy X-Alps till now. Every day flyable, crazy conditions. 7:30. There are already nice cycles coming up. We are right at the trigger point. Kind of strong ones.
There he goes, all the way to Zell am See.
Da vorne, geradeaus.
Das ist so eine Schwimmdistanz. Hey, so geil.
Ja, 23 hat das hingekriegt. Das ist die Piloten. Unglaublich.
Markus Anders.
Ja, hier sind wir. Sind wir dabei.
Mario.
Hey, good job. Hey, Mario, finally. Im Auto, im Kühlschrank hätte ich noch Bier. Wirklich?
Finally. Good job, man.
Good job.
At one point, my hobby, paragliding, got more and more professional. And the more professional it got, the more I had the feeling sometimes that I rush too much. And I think it's really important to slow down sometimes and just enjoy more. Really enjoy the beautiness of paragliding, what we are able to experience. Hike up a mountain, glide down. It's like just a great privilege.